first trip was coming down Florida through the Coastal Waterway, through Fort Pierce, and anchoring here in Lake Worth, Palm Beach. This will be our departure to the Bahamas.
We are motor sailing. Beautiful, beautiful day. There's Captain Tinho. Oh, he keeps ducking behind. We have an air show going on too.
So leg number 2, 62 miles from Riviera Beach or Lake Worth or Palm Beach to West End, and we check in there into customs and stay there overnight. Look how beautiful this water is. Leg number 4 took off from West End with initial thoughts of going and just anchoring here for the night, but it was too exposed. So rather than that, we decided to go through the night and go directly to the Berry Islands towards Bullock Key.
Tinho working hard, getting that sail up. Friday, May 10th, about 7:40 in the morning. We are motor sailing, headed to cut through on Marinas Bay. We've been sailing since 10 a.m. yesterday. West End, past Freeport, decided to cut through the water over to, I think it's called Skipper's Key or something like that. Lots of splash from the top. Hello, we are in the Bahamas. Somewhere near Skipper or Slipper or something key, I don't know. We're going to Bullock Harbor.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow around somewhere else.
It was a hell of a night though.
Well, we've been going now on, we've been going 24 hours in the boat without anchoring. So yeah, we're a little tired.
We're no longer night virgins. Leg number 3, we ended up sailing from West End directly to here, so we came over with this track and then came in and fueled up in here in Bullock's Harbor, and came back around and anchored in here overnight. 4, we took off from Bahamas Harbor and went out through the channel to go towards Great Stirrup Key. The winds had been picking up from the southwest, so we weren't to go and sail on the offshore side of the island. So we went out here and went around Stirrup Key. And right here is where the cruise ships moor, and it gets deep very close to there. It kind of it's hard to tell, but man, the minute we just turned around this corner, the waves got huge and was very rolly, and was like a big wide-eyed, white-knuckle ride in here, because the wind was kind of funneling here against waves and current going this way. So we went around here, and then finally, as we went around this coin, then we got offshore winds and the water became very flat, and then it was very, very nice sailing the minute we just passed this last cruise ship handling. And we started just sailing alongside the island in here to past the Great Harbor Key. And then we came through out here and anchored in this beautiful bay right here with offshore winds. We anchored right in here. This was wonderful. And we need to come back and visit this area, because this is like a place for turtles and sharks and things like that, like a nursery. So that's that.
This is the water where we're anchored off our boat. So clear, it's 10 feet deep. You can just see everything on the bottom, including our anchor chain and the designs made by it getting dragged a little bit during the changing direction. Beautiful. "10 feet deep where we're anchored. Crystal clear."
Leg 5, we took off from here around this point and past Hawks Nest Key, Haynes Key, kept on going south until continuation of leg 4. We came through going southward past the Market Fish Keys, and you just sneak inside in here, and we anchored in this Soldier Key. Is definitely a favorite in here. This was fantastic. Deserted island, great place to stay, and the winds were now blowing northeast to east.
Let me see. Yeah, you can see that. Beautiful. Here we are in paradise. Look at that.
You should see a picture of our boat though.
So leg 6, we took off from Soldier Key, kept going southwards because we knew thunderstorms would be coming in 2 days, and the wind was picking up from the southeast and eventually southwest, and we were looking for a place to stay and be protected. So southeast here was starting to blow in a 20-knot range. We kept going and kept moving until we got down here to Bird Key, and this is a huge thing. This is probably 5 miles across, 4 or 5 miles across. So we came around this point. The wind was blowing like in this direction. Came around this point and anchored ourselves right about this edge right in here, trying to get some night's sleep and some sort of protection, and that's where we stayed. It got a little rolly within the morning. Like 7, we took off from Bird Key, and there were no places for us to stay and hunker down here in Chub Key with increasing winds from the southwest. And so we decided to go straight from Bird Key all the way through the Northwest Passage and towards Mackey Shoal. So that was a big long ride. So leg 7 continuation, we got away from there and decided to go straight to the Mackey Shoal, so through the Northwest Channel there. So we go out here, bypass Chub Key because they would not have any space for us to stay, and with the increasing winds we got pretty much broad reaching, and this is a very tricky here with the currents. It goes from very deep, so this is in fathom meters, and so it goes super deep to shallow here, and so you make sure you go with tide and wind at the same direction. And then we took off towards the Mackey Shoal and laid anchor there overnight, which was a big mistake.
Big rollers going through here right now. Very nice. We're going towards Key Shoal. Yeah, so this is the first time I'm taking Moxie in good open ocean conditions and sailing it and really pushing it a little bit more, and it's doing fantastic. And it's just fantastic. We have about just 3-foot seas, but it feels a lot lumpier than that. But I think that's about 3-foot seas, and it does really well.
leg 8. We got pretty banged up overnight with big wind, like 23 to 28 knots, and getting tossed around everywhere in the middle of nowhere. And so 6 in the morning, we just took off via Bimini to North Bimini and anchored over here. This is a beautiful anchorage in here, very protected. Meanwhile, the winds have now switched southwest, and so it was very protected in there. It was great to hang around 2 days.
There we are. Walking on the beach out in Bimini.
Yeah.
Leg 9, we took off very early in the morning, went through this narrow place in here at night and hit the Gulf Stream back to Florida.
Big sail, Screecher crossing to Florida. Under sail, nice and quiet. 6.5, 6.6, not bad. In 9 knots of wind, not too bad.
Cruising along. Our boat has a phantom captain back there. It's called.
We abandoned the, what do you call, helm